Netflix's 2025 lineup is packed with wild stories, psychic teens, samurai duels, immortal warriors, and even the return of a hot-headed golfer. In this video, we'll discuss 10 upcoming Netflix releases of 2025 that will blow your mind. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and comment below which Netflix release you're most excited about. The Old Guard 2.
We're playing right into her hands.
I don't have a choice.
Immortality comes at a cost, and in the upcoming film, The Old Guard 2, that cost is higher than ever. The film picks up after the explosive events of the first film, where Andromache lost her immortality. This sequel to the superhero film will unveil more of the ancient burdens carried out by the protagonist, played by Golden Globe Award winner Charlize Theron. With her centuries-old crew of immortal warriors, Andromache faces the new threat of the world. Victoria Mahoney steps in as the director, bringing fresh energy to a cast that includes Kiki Layne, Chiwetel Ejiofor, and Matthias Schoenaerts.
How do I find her?
You and your friends don't have much time left.
This time, it is not just the immortals who are threatened, but the very idea of who should live forever is at stake. We can expect multi-dimensional action, brutal sword fights, and a more emotional look at the toll of endless life. So, mark your calendars for July 2nd, 2025, when the war between immortals continues. The Sandman Season 2.
You cannot save yourself now.
When The Sandman dropped its first season, it was like a dream come true for Neil Gaiman fans. Now the series comes with a second and final season to go even deeper into the mythic characters of the Sandman. Tom Sturridge returns as Dream, joined once again by Gwendolyn Christie as Lucifer, and Kirby Howell-Baptiste as Death. While the first season ended with Morpheus saying goodbye to Calliope, the second season is split across 3 release dates. 6 episodes on July 3rd, 5 on July 24th, and a bonus episode on July 31st.
Everyone here seems to not notice or care. The world is ending.
We did have some good times, didn't we?
New episodes in the second season will explore iconic story arcs like Season of Mist and the Ruler of Hell, where Dream must travel to Hell to free a soul. Then comes Brief Lives, introducing more of his divine siblings, including Delirium and Destruction. We can expect philosophical reflections, jaw-dropping visuals, and power struggles that span across universes. Wednesday Season 2.
Secrets can have deadly consequences.
Last time we saw Wednesday, she had solved the mystery of Hyde. She also uncovered a conspiracy among the Nevermore faculty and barely survived a brutal attack that left her questioning who she could trust. But even with the case closed, a stalker had begun watching her, a hint that her darkest days might still lie ahead. The second season arrives in 2 parts, August 6th and September 3rd, and promises a more gothic entry into her psychic abilities, her lineage, and the Addams family's complicated legacy.
Wherever there's murder and mayhem, you will always find an Addams.
Jenna Ortega reprises the role with more enthusiasm than ever, while creators Miller and Goff suggest a heavier horror influence this time around. This time, the stakes are higher, the friendships are messier, and Nevermore isn't the only place keeping secrets. So stay tuned to Netflix and go through the recaps if you must. Nobody Wants This Season 2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, buckle up.
Oh, I can't.
Rabbi Rappa.
Hi.
Nobody Wants This comes with its second season on October 23rd with more satire. The first season ended in a deliberate mess. After breaking every known rule of narrative structure, Nobody Wants This concluded with its protagonist literally walking off the script and out of the frame, which was absolutely absurd but somehow brilliant too. Nobody Wants This told us the story of an unexpected relationship between an unconventional American rabbi and an agnostic woman in the first season. Now the second season returns with the characters who are not necessarily happy about it.
Tight.
We love fun, but do we end up with fun?
Yeah, have you met Esther? She's not fun. That's why I married her.
Trapped in a rebooted timeline where continuity is enforced by an AI-driven streaming god called the Feedback Loop, their fight is to regain control of their own arcs. Starring Kristen Bell, Adam Brody, Justine Lupe, and Timothy Simons, the show is a surreal fantasy satire at its sharpest. Creator Aaron Foster promises even more genre blending that asks a question: can characters evolve in a world that demands they stay the same? Last Samurai Standing. Honor, revenge, the spirits of the dead. Last Samurai Standing blends historical drama with mystical folklore to deliver what could be Netflix's most visually ambitious fantasy series yet. Set in a myth-infused version of feudal Japan, this epic tale follows a fallen samurai cursed to wander between life and death. Based on the novel of the same name, there is a manga of The Last Samurai Standing as well. With stylized sword duels and a spiritual war across the mortal plane, the story is highly inspired by the Shinto mythology and the aesthetics of classic Japanese period drama. Cinematographer Takeshi Morimoto has promised a visual poem soaked in blood, silence, and flame. Netflix has tentatively slated its release for November 15th, 2025. With lots of speculation and early whispers, this series could become a genre-defining moment for Asian fantasy on the global stage. Stranger Things.
But we need to be ready.
The end begins in Hawkins. Finally, after a 3-year wait, Stranger Things arrives with its 5th and final season in 3 waves: November 26th, December 25th, and December 31st. The Duffer Brothers are bringing the story to the last battles against the Upside Down. While Vecna is back, the world is cracking apart, and not everyone may make it out alive. Millie Bobby Brown, David Harbour, and Gaten Matarazzo lead a cast that's grown up with the show. After 8 years, the Upside Down saga comes to a thunderous, tear-stained ending.
Changed.
We failed.
Season 4 ended in devastation. While Max still fights in the coma, Eleven's powers have barely returned. And the Upside Down began merging with Hawkins, ripping fiery cracks across town as Vecna declared war on reality. The lines between worlds no longer remain blurred. They are shattered. As Stranger Things 5 picks up in the aftermath, the world is wounded, the group is fractured, and the final fight promises to be emotional and brutal. Happy Gilmore 2.
Yes. Oh my God, Rory!
Jackass. Bingo.
Almost 30 years after the cult classic golf comedy, Happy Gilmore 2 officially hits Netflix on July 25th, 2025. Directed by Tim Herlihy, the sequel is reportedly set in a high-stakes senior tournament where Happy must battle aging rivals, old injuries, and a new villain with a better swing. The original's mix of absurd humor and underdog charm is back, along with some surprise cameos from the Sandler cinematic universe. Last time we saw Happy Gilmore, he had just won the tour championship in heroic fashion, taking down Shooter McGavin. His swing was wild, his temper was wilder, but he got the job done. Nearly 3 decades later, Happy Gilmore 2 tees off with Adam Sandler back as the hot-headed golf legend. It is a sports comedy that meets nostalgia, and if it even half recaptures the magic of the first, Netflix will have a crowd pleaser on its hands. The Thursday Murder Club.
Who are you?
I'm sorry, how rude of me. We're the Thursday Murder Club.
Murder isn't just for detectives, sometimes it's for pensioners. Based on Richard Osman's hit novel and directed by Chris Columbus, The Thursday Murder Club makes its Netflix debut on August 28, 2025 with a dream cast: Helen Mirren, Pierce Brosnan, and Ben Kingsley, leading the tricky investigations. Set in a quiet British retirement village, the story follows 4 retired persons from different professions: a spy, a nurse, a trade union official, and a psychiatrist.
Our latest cold case is from May the 11th, 1973.
The retiree gather weekly to solve cold cases until a very real murder drops upon their laps. What will unfold is going to be a smart, funny, and oddly touching mystery filled with twists, tea, and the occasional headlock. Rather than reinventing the whodunit, this new production plays with it, reminding us that even the most unassuming people might have a knack for catching killers. Wayward, Season 1.
Rigorous academics and a transcendent connection with nature to solve the problem of adolescence.
Teenage visions, collapsing timelines, and an abandoned observatory at the edge of town. Wayward might just be the next breakout thriller hit when it arrives on Netflix. Created by indie filmmaker Mae Martin, this series is set in a pleasant yet sinister town. This thriller will explore the dark backgrounds and hidden secrets of the troubled teen industry.
My name is Evelyn Wade. I'm an author, a life coach, and the lead youth counselor here at Tall Pines Academy.
The series is said to focus on the eternal struggle between one generation and the next. With a release date yet to be announced, the series stars Toni Collette, Mae Martin, and Sarah Gayton. With stunning cinematography, slow burn tension, and a haunting synth score, Wayward is shaping up to be a moody mindbender.